Okay, hi there. We're going to proceed to the last rule, which is rule 5. We have completed rule 1, rule 2, rule 3, 4, and 4. Okay, so for rule 5, we are going to discuss about the titles and suffix. Okay, suffix. Okay, so for the personal name, okay, so in rule 5, we have title and suffixes. Suffix, okay, for personal name and business name. So a title before a name, a seniority suffix or a professional suffix is the last indexing units. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. What is title, what is seniority suffix, and what is professional suffix. Okay, title before a name, for example, Doctor, Mr, Mrs, Miss, and Prof. These are what we call the title. Okay, and the seniority suffix is a Roman number 2, number 3, JR, which is junior, SR is a senior. And the professional suffix is, for example, is CRM, comma, DDS, mayor, and also PhD. So, for rule 5, you need to know what are the examples of title, what are the example of seniority suffix, and what are the example of professional suffix. Okay. Again, I repeat, you have title and suffix. And for suffix, you have two, seniority and professional. So, for a personal name, so a professional title that appear after a name is referred to a suffix. Okay, numeric suffix, numeric. Okay, so for suffix we have two. The first one is numeric suffix. Okay, this one is under professional. Okay, and this one is under seniority suffix. So for your seniority suffix, you have numeric, you have alphabetic. So numeric is Roman number 2 and 3, and also you have alphabetic suffix, which is junior, senior. So take a look on this now. This word numeric suffix Roman 2 and 3 are found before alphabetic. Okay, so when we have this one at the same time, Roman and junior, so you need to put the Roman first before the alphabetic, which is JR, SR, mayor, or senator. However, okay, you need to know for rule 5, when the name, especially the personal name, when contain both title and suffix, you need to consider title is the last unit. For example, Doctor, contoh, I'm going to give you example of Dr. Muhammad. Contoh, for example, Dr. Muhammad Ali, PhD. So you can see there's a doctor, which is the title, and then you have the professional suffix, which is PhD. So when you have doctor and PhD, title and suffix at the same time, title will be the last unit. So the doctor will be the last unit when you index. Okay. And now, in personal name, for title and suffix, we have the royal name and religious name. Royal name, usually royal name and religious name, we only have 2 filing units. But if you have more than 2, you need to index according to the rule. Okay, for example, the royal name, for example, Prince Anne, Prince Edward, Queen Elizabeth. Okay, 2 filing units only. This is example of the royal name. Princess Diana. Okay, and for the religious title, okay, for example is Ustad Azhar, Father Leo, Mother Teresa, Bishop Edward. Okay, when you have to, you need to index as written. Index as written, for example, Queen Elizabeth. Queen will be the first unit, Elizabeth will be the second unit. Index as written. However, when you have more than 3, for example, Prince Almond Roland. Okay, so you need to index Almond Roland Prince. Okay, you cannot index as written. So I'm going to give you example after this. Okay, so this is you need to index the following names. Okay, so for the first one we have the title, which is Miss, and we have the professional suffix, which is CRM. So when we have both, you need to consider title will be the last unit. Okay, and for this one you have the numeric, which is the seniority suffix, okay, which is Roman number 2. Okay, so now bishop. Bishop is one of the religious name. So when you have only Bishop Tom, you just index as written. So bishop will be the first unit, Tom will be the second unit. However, for question number 3, you have more than 2 filing unit. So you have Bishop, Tom, Roland. So for this one, you need to index, it will be Roland, Tom and Bishop. So I'm going to show you after this. Okay, Dato' Ahmad Kamal. Dato' is a title. Okay, when you have a title for Malay name, you need to consider this one as the last unit. Okay, Queen Elizabeth. This will apply the royal or religious name because it only have 2 filing units. So you need to index as written. Okay. Okay, so this is another one what we call the religious name. Okay, this is the royal name. Okay, so I'm going to show you the example for this one. Okay, can you see this one? This is the religious name. Index as written. Bishop Bernard. Okay, Dato' Burhanuddin. Okay, because this is the Malay name. Malay name you need to index as written. So Burhan, Nordin and Dato'. Father Paul is the religious name. Index as written. Okay, for this one, Prof. Rosie Gray PhD, you have a title and you have the professional suffix. Okay, so when you have a title and professional suffix, please do remember title will be the last unit. Okay, so Prof will be the last unit, PhD, the suffix will be the third unit, and unit, this is personal name, so Gray, the last unit will be the key unit. So Gray, Rossi, PhD and Prof. Okay, how about this one? Okay, the same name, but the difference is only the suffix. Okay, when you have the Roman and alphabetic, Roman first, Roman number 2, Roman number 3, and then alphabetic. Okay, Mr. Lauren, you have only title. Okay, this one, Bishop Tom Roland. Bishop is the religious name, but it not apply the 2 filing units. For religious and royal name, you need to have only 2 filing unit so that you index as written. But for this one, you have 3. So you index according to the personal name, which is Roland, Tom and Bishop. Okay, Queen Elizabeth apply the rule of royal name. Okay, and then the last one, you have title and you have professional. Okay, professional suffix. So again, a title must be the filing unit. So I'm going to show you again for this one. Okay, so again, these are the title. Okay, so when you have a title, title is the last unit. However, when you have a title or suffix at the same time, again, title will be the last unit. Okay, these are seniority suffix. Roman 2, Roman 3, which is numeric, and also you have JR, which is junior, seniority suffix. Okay, so PhD is professional suffix. And a religious title, which is Bishop, Father. Okay, Queen is the royal title. Okay, so how about business name? Previously, we have discussed about the personal name, the title and suffix in the personal name. So what happened when you have a title and suffix in the business name? Okay, so this is example for the business name. Okay, let's recap rule number 1B. For business name, again, for business name, any business name, you need to apply the rule index as written. Again, you need to apply the rule index as written. It is not the same with the personal name. You need to arrange which one is the key unit, which one is the second or third unit. But for business name, index as written, the first unit will be the first word will be the first filing unit unless you have the word the at the business name. So now you have a title, you have a title, doctor title, you have the word professor, you have the word captain, Mr. Okay, these are the title. But what happened for the business name? index as written. Even though you have a title or suffix in business name, you need to index as written. Okay, you can see this one, Captain Hook, Bake, Dr. Payne, Windows, Grandma. Okay, so for business name, it's much easier because you need to index as written. Okay, so you can do this by yourself. Do it by yourself first, and then you can refer the answer here as an exercise and for your reference. Okay, so these are the example, an exercise for you for Rule 5, and I want you to consult with your tutorial lecturer. Okay, so you need to consider before you do the indexing, which one is business name and which one is the personal name. Okay, as you can see, there's a personal name here. So for business name, it's much easier because you need to index as written. But for personal name, you need to follow the last word of that personal name must be the key unit. Okay, so identify first which one is the personal name and which one is the business name before you do the indexing. Okay, so that's it for rule number 5. So I'm going to continue after this with rule 6, 7, and 8. Okay, thank you. See you.